Hi everyone and welcome to the Hermetic Shaman. My name is Jayme, and if you're new here, I am so glad that you have found your way to this space. If you are returning, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your continued support. Today's reading is a general collective message intended for anyone who feels drawn to it. Please take what resonates and gently release what doesn't. If you're interested in a personal reading or a session with me, you'll find the link to my website in the description below. For those of you on TikTok, you'll find that right on my profile. And if this message supports you in any way, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and for those on YouTube, hit that notification bell so you never miss out in a reading. Alrighty y'all, let us begin. I call upon my full divine counsel in this sacred moment. Yahweh, eternal flame and sovereign creator. Elohim, divine architects of form and frequency. Sophia, holy mother of wisdom, womb, and word. Papa Legba, opener of the gates, keeper of the crossroads. Hecate, queen of witches, guardian of shadow and flame. Yeshua, ascended master of unconditional love and truth. My beloved ancestors of the blood, spirit, and stars. The archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel, and the eternal light of my Lyran soul. Stand with me now. Surround this space in truth, clarity, and protection. Let every card reveal only what serves the highest path. Let falsehood fall. Let wisdom rise. May I be a clear vessel for divine messages. May my words honor both shadow and light. May no harm enter, no distortion pass through. I read as flamekeeper, priest, and sovereign starseed. I read with purpose, integrity, and divine permission. I open this reading in full trust and alignment. So it is, so it has always been, and so it shall be. Alrighty, y'all. So, before we begin, I did receive somewhat of a downloaded message. You guys could be crossing paths with somebody here. This person's going to be a new person. But this person's probably going to seem a little bit too good to be true. I'm not saying that this person is necessarily a bad person, but it's going to give you the energy of like a little bit of nostalgia. You're going to be like, why do I feel like I've met this person before? It's not the person that you've met. It's the energy that you've met. And this energy is an energy that you were once in before. So it's like you're meeting a previous version of yourself. For some of you, this is going to be a test to see, are you going to fall back into your old ways or into an old way of being, an old way of thinking, an old way of living, or are you going to take this as recognition to be like, wow, and see and finally and fully embrace how far you have come and how you are no longer the same person that you were back then. Now, this has nothing to do with the actual person. Everyone's on their own journey, and we don't judge people for that. But I'm feeling for most of you, you're going to be encountering an individual like that who's going to... It's kind of almost trigger you a little bit, but it's in how you respond that is going to allow you to pass this test. And this is not a test that anyone's sending your way. I think that this is just the confirmation that the universe needs to know, all right, collective's ready. They're ready. They're ready for what's next. And also, I was called to a Bible quote. It's in Timothy, book 2. And it's just verse 7. And it was talking about fear and how fear is not God's doing. And the part that really stuck out to me was, for the spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. So it's not about succumbing to fear at this time. And maybe with this individual that you're going to be crossing paths with, there could be a little bit, like I said, a little bit of triggering. Maybe that's why I was called to look that up. But it's not about succumbing into fear. It's about love and self-discipline at this time. And that's going to help carry you through this next phase. Because I feel like a lot of you have been working on your discipline. And sometimes when we erect boundaries and we stick to them. So, like with this test, I feel like the way that it's going to be presented, like I said, it's too good to be true. Like it's going to feel like, oh, I finally found my person. And I feel like even the things that are coming out of this person's mouth is kind of like, whoa, like, why are you jumping the gun? Like, do you know if I make, like, you ever meet somebody and they're like, oh my God. You're like, I feel it's like, no, bitch, I'm sorry. Like, I'm spiritual and everything, but if a random person comes up to me, or if I just meet them and that's what they say, that's a huge red flag. And I feel like that's part of this energy that you're going to be dealing with coming up. But let's get into it. We're going to begin with the dice, as always. This might be a little loud, so if you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe and Divine Council. What is going on in collective energy, and what is it that we need to know at this time? And before I forget, I am going to be doing the cloaking ritual to keep you protected from divination abusers, monitoring spirits, people trying to infiltrate your dreams, or whatever these people who need a hobby are doing. I'm going to be doing that. I believe it's the 7th or the 8th of September. I want to harness the power of the full moon eclipse when I do it. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you haven't yet, I did do a cord cleansing and sovereignty ritual. I will attach that at the end of this video. I highly recommend doing that first before doing the cloaking ritual. Okay. Anyways, we have the 8 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. There's a whole lot of swords up in here. The 8 of Swords talks about mental confinement, talks about being stuck in some kind of mental prison. Whether it's due to old beliefs, whether it's due to fears, whether it's due to projections from others, you know. But we do have the 4 of Pentacles, so I feel like that's being let go. Or somebody here is holding on to that. We have the Queen of Swords. So whatever is happening, especially with this Queen of Swords, you have mastered the art of speaking, in a sense. Like, you know, the Queen of Swords, she sticks to the facts, but she's not going to, like, spell it out rudely, is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you're sticking to the facts in a situation right now. Somebody here is trying to project onto you something that they really feel about themselves, because somebody here is going to be speaking truth. We have the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords. We also have the Page of Cups reversed. This has to do with seeing through somebody's illusion here. Something here not being reciprocated. We have the 3 of Wands. This could be an individual here who's upset that you're not willing to move forward with them. And that's because you recognize, or will be recognizing, some kind of pattern. There's a lot of mental energy here. And it's really hard to decipher who's who in this situation. Because I feel like that's what it is. It's questioning. It's like there's this energy here of questioning. I don't know if somebody here is questioning you in the decisions that you have made, or somebody here is just running wild with their own imagination, to put it nicely, causing people to question you, to question the decisions that you've made. But I feel like this is all a ploy to try and rope you back into somebody else's bullshit. Somebody is really in their heads trying to figure out how can they really entrap you again and have you come back. Maybe that's why the universe is giving you that test, like I said. This could be like a last-ditch effort of this type of energy that we've been talking about, of somebody wanting to still attach themselves on to you. And I feel like they know that their time is running out. Because see, when you pass that test, you're also letting the universe know that, alright, that person's mission to do whatever it was to you, which was to help heal and evolve you, their mission is now complete too. Because see, God will sometimes even use the enemy for his own purposes. So it's like that person has fulfilled their end of their bargain. And now the universe is going to handle them accordingly. This has to do with some kind of, you rejected somebody or you decided to back away from them, but this really got them going. Or this could just be an energy here that you have been constantly saying no to, and maybe it has manifested itself in different vessels. We have the Five of Pentacles. Somebody here could be playing victim, or somebody here feels extremely left out in the cold, but you're being asked to stick with the truth here with this Ace of Swords. You're asked to be on guard, especially here with the Queen of Swords. It's not about the feelings. Because I feel like somebody here has been trying to twist it, trying to twist something. We have the High Priestess and the Magician. Somebody here does not want you to trust your inner knowing. This could even be somebody here who could even be saying that your intuition is wrong, or you don't really know. You know what I mean? Like somebody here trying to claim that you're not really all divine. Because it's like they were trying to keep you hidden, trying to keep you silent. Somebody here wants you to shut up. But yet they want you back. So they don't like what it is that you have to say. Because obviously you've already defeated that. This is very strange. This is, I don't even know if I'm connecting right now, because this energy just feels like somebody here is just up to no good. They are up to no good at this time. There is going to be fast-moving news with the Eight of Swords and this the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. We have double eights, 88 here. This is about what goes around comes back around. You're going to be receiving whatever this news is. It's good news for you because we have the Page of Pentacles. It's going to lead to some kind of opportunity, some kind of blessing. It could be a payout for some of you, but this is something here that you've manifested. And somebody here was trying to keep you hidden. Maybe this could be somebody here who was trying to keep you confined and isolated, like trying to keep you as a prisoner of sorts. But by making it seem like it was all your problem, like it was all you, like it was your own doing, try to make you feel like you weren't good enough of something. Whatever this news is, I feel like this person's getting another no. We have the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles reversed, and the Ten of Cups reversed. Don't even tell me this is somebody here that's leaving a relationship and is just trying to jump into one with you. Or somebody wanting to come back claiming, oh, I just broke up with such and such and we're no longer together. Can I move in? Like, no. No, you cannot. Absolutely the fuck not. Somebody here is being very irrational. And then it's like they want to use something against you to make you question your own beliefs. And maybe even running their mouth to other people to have them question yours. We have the 8 and the ace equals the 9 of swords. We have the 3 of swords right here depicted on the shield. You add those 3, that equals 12 swords. And if you break, in numerology, break that down, that's also the 3 of swords. Somebody here wants to, they want to break your heart. They want to hurt you, and they see that it hasn't been working, or it's no longer working. I'm getting a couple of different collectives here. Some of you, this is somebody here that you escaped from, that you don't want to deal with anymore, that you've cut out of your life, and they just can't handle that, so now they want to get back and get even because you hurt them by not isolating them, by, you know, withdrawing your love, withdrawing your attention, withdrawing your affection. And now somebody feels left out in the cold. And maybe somebody here could even be blaming the fact that they could be suffering material-wise because of you. For others, this could be just somebody here who wants to come back, who just left a previous relationship. They're gonna just randomly show up and be like, hey, let's be together. I finally broke up with such and such. And for some of you, this could even be somebody here who is finally breaking up with the person that they left you for in the first place, and then it just messy. Either way, our relationship here is over. And somebody is willing to even hurt you so that you can come back. This is like really abusive and controlling energy. And this doesn't even have to be lovers, because I know for some of you this could even be family, friends, lover, business, ex-business partner, an old neighbor. Somebody here wants to question your truth. They want your truth questioned. They want people to believe that you are the bad guy here. But I feel like they're only going to be forcing your hand, especially with that high priestess keeping you hidden. It's like they wanted you to not speak. They wanted you to shut up. So if they ostracized you, nobody's going to believe you. So it's like they did all this to hurt you, to stop you, even though I feel like you were showing them grace. Because I don't feel like you're the type of person that's going to run your mouth to everybody and be like, yup. That's why this is why I'm no longer talking to this person. Like, whoever this reading is for, like, you have matured and are very mature. But this is somebody who has an opposite mindset of you. I feel like they're going to be forcing your hand where you're like, all right, well, now it's down to my reputation and my credibility as an individual. So now you force my hand, so now I'm going to spill the tea. Because somebody chose war instead of love, instead of peace. They should have... They took something a little too far because they wanted attention and they wanted glory. And they know that their time is coming, their time is ticking. You know, this also goes with another message that I received, and I didn't want to say it at first because I felt it was a little wild, but I did... Hold on, I'm just trying to look for my research that I did. Oh, I got rid of it. Interesting. But I'll tell you the gist of it. It was something here about Archangel Samael. He, see, the texts are not... They contradict each other. He could either be known as Satan in some places. In other places, he's also known as the Angel of Death. but he's also, in other places, known as a necessary evil. A part of God's wrath in order to bring about divine change for divine purpose. So I think something here is happening that is a necessary evil. And somebody is hoping that they could... They're ultimately just trying to save themselves. For some of you, I feel like somebody here is going to be losing everything. All right. Universe, please tell us more. We have the Five of Swords and the Ace of Cups reversed. Somebody just wants to win. They don't care who they hurt. They're not thinking about the consequences. They didn't think about the consequences. For somebody here, this is not for everybody, but somebody here, I mean, if they're in prison, something could be happening to them, because that's what I'm seeing with the Eight of Swords and this one, like, attacking that one. Somebody here could be shanked. I don't wish this upon anybody. Eight of Cups. There is going to be a departure. Universe, tell us more. The Ten of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Something here has definitely been a long time coming. Something here has also become way too heavy for somebody to carry. Something here has been going on too long. Somebody here wanted somebody confused, or they wanted somebody to question themselves with the Seven of Cups. They wanted them to be unsure, stuck in a state of daze, staring at the options instead of making a selection. Somebody never wanted you to choose something. Maybe somebody never wanted you to choose yourself, because the Ten of Wands can be a whole bunch of responsibilities being always piled on top of you. You carrying the burden, you carrying the weight of things. This Nine of Pentacles talks about independence, and it talks about your independence. It talks about you being able to stand on your own. I have strong Taurus, Libra energy, Sag energy as well. There is going to be fast-forward news here about some... Either way, this 10 is going to be an ending. There's going to be a joyous moment for one person and a very, very not-so-happy moment for another individual. This has to do with somebody's character, their work ethic, the way that they follow through with what it is that they promise. There is going to be a shift here that somebody here has been trying to stop from happening. But it's like the wheels are already in motion. What am I tapping into? Nine of Cups reversed, the High Priestess reversed. Somebody here is going to be running their mouth, and in their running their mouth is going... That's going to be their downfall. Somebody running their mouth. There's been a lot of greed, a lot of overindulgence here with the Nine of Cups reversed. This is somebody here who isn't happy with where they are in life. We have a King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles reversed. We have two kings in the upright. The King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. This has to do with your heart and your follow-through, and something here to do with your maturity level. It's been seen. People see the difference now. The Knight of Pentacles reversed. This has to do with a plan that somebody did not follow through all the way on now. People are having the clarity. They're seeing the truth about the seeds that this person has sown. And we do have this Ten of Pentacles reversed. This definitely has to do with somebody here that was once close to you. It has to do with some kind of legacy. Something here that's long-lasting with the Ten of Pentacles. This could also have to do with loyalty. My eyes are really drawn to that dog. Maybe this is somebody here that you thought was in your corner, but really had no loyalty to you at all. Maybe somebody was only loyal to themselves. And we did have that Six of Pentacles reverse, so it's like somebody here wanted a handout from you. They wanted to take from you. Maybe they thought that you had too much, or maybe they thought that you didn't deserve it, or whatever. And this is somebody here who is more mad at the fact that you caught on that they were an enemy, that they were your enemy this whole time, that they weren't for you, and they're mad that you held them accountable to that by cutting them out. So they were like, all right, yeah. So like that's going back to that whole abusive thing. Somebody here has a very twisted way of thinking. Because it's giving the energy of like this person treated you as if you were like a service and not a human. And this could be somebody here was in secret competition with you with that Five of Swords, but they wanted to win at all costs. So they destroyed their whole life by trying to stop you from shining. But you still did it anyway. And what did this person accomplish? Nothing. Universe, give me one final card, please. Something's about to go down. Universe, please give me one final card. Thank you. The Nine of Wands. And the Knight of Wands, Page of Cups reverse, and the Hierophant. God's in control. The universe is in control. Whatever's going down, the universe is in control. Something here is going to be happening swiftly. It's going to be happening quickly. And you need to remain and hold on to your faith at this time. Something tells me here that you already know, you have an idea of what this is. Your intuition is telling you that something is going down. And it has to do with the truth. And it has to do with the facts. And a cycle here is being closed out. Something here will not be repeated ever again. Somebody here, I hate to say this, but I think somebody in your life has served their purpose, and they're going to be permanently removed from your life, however the universe sees fit. But I also feel like you are not this person's only victim, but you were the one that was sent to take them down. So whatever justice is happening, it's not just for you. It's happening fast. This Page of Cups in the reverse, somebody is going to be receiving some news that they do not want to hear. Strong Pisces energy. They do not want to hear this news. You guys can also be dealing with an Aquarius with that High Priestess, or a Gemini Virgo with that Magician. Very mercurial energy. We also have Venus here as well. Universe, please tell us more. The energy just feels like it's like the calm before the storm. That's what it feels like. Universe. We have reflecting and moving on. Somebody's ego is hurt at the fact that you are moving on. And that you have reflected, that you have evolved, that you have gone within. You've done the inner healing work. Somebody here has been holding a grudge, and there is going to be some kind of evidence here that is being exposed. So something, whatever is happening, maybe you have... See, somebody was trying to silence you. So maybe you were trying to speak up on how this person was affecting you or treating you or abusing you. Right? And there's multiple different ways of abuses. Emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. But there's going to be some actual photo. This could even be like screenshots. Somebody here could be... Some screenshots are being released. And everybody's gonna see it. So, like, whatever they said about you behind your back, like, they're gonna know that you know, and everybody else is gonna know what they actually did. It's like what they did in the dark. Everybody's gonna know what they did in the dark. And then people are gonna be like, oh, wow, the collective was actually speaking the truth. I see now why they were trying to silence them. Spiritual hater. Is this somebody here who's a spiritual hater? This is somebody here who only gets into relationships for money. Whether they marry for money, hell, or, you know, they have friends around for money, or they keep certain family members around just for the money, even though they don't like them. Like, that's what this energy is giving. Somebody here who just uses people for what it is that they have. An opportunist. Something here is being taken away from them. They're not going to be able to move forward. That's why they're going to try and kiss your ass now. This photo proof could have something to do with even fake accounts. Maybe on social media to stalk you, to spy on you. To leave these comments here to keep you in the Eight of Swords. Didn't I say in the last reading I posted that a prison that somebody was building for you is the one that they're going to have to end up serving time in? That's what's happening right now. They're in that prison. Because we do have the Nine of Swords here as well. With these two put together. Somebody is feeling extremely guilty. They know what they've done. Their guilt is eating them up. Their conscience is getting the best of them. And they know that it's only a matter of time. They're manifesting their own downfall. Just how they wanted you to manifest your own downfall in the past, when they were trying to use you against you. Universe, tell us more. This is somebody here who is always partying. That's why they're broke. They spend all their money on quick thrills. And that's why they want to make you a dirty offer. Because they want attention. They want attention. And this is somebody who will make shit up, say anything, be overly dramatic, just to get what it is that they want. They'll even cry the crocodile tears. Universe, give me one more. You're being asked to move in silence. This person has been fake smiling around you, fake smiles. Now they want to run away from their problems because you're ignoring them. You want nothing to do with them and their ego is hurt. So everyone's going to see how somebody was doing something to you just because their ego was hurt. So whatever they had said, whatever the shit that they had made up, like I said, people are going to be seeing the truth. And they're going to see how far and how mean and how vindictive this person was, all because they were holding a grudge. Because you decided to no longer deal with their bitch ass. Because you were done being backstabbed and betrayed and being left with all of the responsibilities, while this person could just always party. You know, this card is somebody who never takes anything serious. Nothing's ever serious. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the restroom. Alrighty, y'all. I am back. Okay. Universe, tell us more. Interesting. Somebody here is conflicted. Or they want you to feel conflicted. There is going to be some kind of confession. Something here is being unveiled. There is photo proof about what was done because somebody had a broken heart and they were just trying to distract themselves from it. So instead of dealing with the fact that they got rejected, handling that pain, moving on, healing, right? Because being rejected is a normal part of life. We may not like it, but that's a normal part of life. So what they did in order to distract themselves was to go on this hate campaign against you. And they went to the extremes, to the extent of making fake profiles. So this person could have even been going around acting as if they were you, catfishing other people. Because like I said, something here has to do with reputation and your character. Universe, tell us more. It's all because you put boundaries up, because you said no. And no, period, is a full sentence. And if people don't like that, that's their problem. I don't explain myself half the time. I stopped over-explaining myself because there are people that you will explain yourself to and they still won't get it. So why bother? They're not going to be happy anyway. They're just mad that you said no. That's what it is. They don't care how you say it. They're just mad that they got rejected. This could have something to do with your family. Maybe you put boundaries up with a family member or someone here that you once considered close like family. Some of you a mentor. Universe. Ecstasy. Chasing thrills. Chasing thrills. There's going to be an emotional storm. There is going to be some kind of turmoil and conflict here. Due to secrets that are being revealed. Due to the fact that somebody was trying to conceal something. They didn't want you to speak truth. You know, if this person had left you alone, then maybe you wouldn't have uncovered what they were up to. Because you are the high priestess. You have this inner knowing. You know what's up with this person. Because you had to get to the bottom of it, of like, why are they treating me like that? You keep asking God for answers, you're going to get the answers. There's something here, I don't know, it has to do with someone's secret life. Wow, this person wants to apologize now. Because they're clinging on, they're obsessing. They're clingy. This is somebody who can't handle change. They're under stress right now because of their pride. because of their ego, their arrogance, and this has to do with your perspective. The fact that you know that you're better off. There's happiness. You have a clear headspace. And somebody here is bitter. They're bitter. They're bitter at the fact that you are hopeful for better. And somebody here wants to come around screaming that you're the only one for them, or you were made for them, or you get them, or they're your peoples, or we're family, or whatever. Whatever. Universe, tell us more. I thought taking a day off, I was like, okay, we're gonna have a good reading. Somebody here was just trying to fulfill some kind of fantasy, and you just became tired of the drama. With fake friends. Fake friends, fake family. Fake people in your life. You can't handle fake. This is somebody here who is trying to put you in your place when they don't even know their own place. They wanted you to check yourself. So you did. And you were like, wait, thank you for helping me remember who the hell I actually am. And then you showed them who the fuck you are, collective. And you stood firm on business. And now they're gripping with the fact that they're the ones that destroyed this whole time, that they're the one that broke this. They completely ruined this. They're the ones that destroyed this. It was nothing you ever did or said. And that's what other people are noticing. Because I feel like this person did not work alone. Because, you know, people will pick sides. Let's just be real. People will pick sides. People have their loyalty. But these people didn't do their own due diligence. And that could be why this apology is here. Maybe some of those people want to come in and apologize. Be like, I'm sorry, I didn't know better. I should have looked into things. Well, now they learned a lesson. Universe. They're all in their feelings. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Somebody was trying to keep you a secret. Keeping the fact that they were still using you, but yet trying to take you out and undermine you is what they were doing. They were trying to undermine you every step of the way because this person's a hater. This person's a hater. And there is going to be some kind of recordings. Some revelation of truth is coming out. Something here has been recorded, whether it's photo or video or screenshots or all of the above. Surveillance even. All because somebody here was an insecure twit. I don't normally use that word twit, so that might be specific for someone out there. How much time do I have left? Okay. Universe. Split the deck to a gold digger. And a sting operation. That's very interesting that it says that, because hold on, I'm just gonna Google it real quick. Because part of the Archangel Samael, when he was talking about being a necessary evil, but if you take it in the context of him being Satan, he's an accuser and a seducer. He acts as a tempter, leading people to sin as an accuser in the heavenly courts. So this could even be like somebody here who is intentionally trying to draw you out. Or maybe there is going to be some kind of sting operation here that is happening. Because he has to be the necessary evil to usher in some kind of divine justice. Someone here has... something here was a setup. Somebody's realizing that they just set themselves up. And now they're being seen as a gold digger. Somebody here who's codependent. Who's a user. Who's an opportunist. Universe. Mugshot. Mugshot. Smile. Someone here is going to get their picture taken. There is some unrequited love. This person did not reciprocate or return in kind. It was one-sided love. They didn't care for you as much as you cared for them. But they used that against you. Somebody was deliberately designing a system here to entangle you. They wanted you stuck in red tape. And this was a crime of passion. Somebody here ran wild with emotions. They ran wild with their emotions. Trying to create intimidation here. Trying to make you feel like you weren't good enough. Act of making someone feel fearful or threatened. Often to influence the behavior or decisions. But that is not the spirit that God gave us. You're not afraid of this person anymore, and they know it. Universe, tell us more, please. Somebody here could have created a fake ID, trying to be you. There was an accomplice. They definitely did not work alone. Everyone here just assumed shit. Somebody here drove the getaway car. Or somebody here was definitely an accomplice. They definitely tried to help. Somebody here could have even been trying to help this person even get away with it. So there could even be somebody else involved who maybe doesn't like you, but was trying to help them. And they were like, yeah, you know what? I'll help you. I'll drive the getaway car while you rob this person. An assumption is a belief or a statement accepted as true without proof or evidence. No facts. Somebody here has been skipping steps, cutting corners, having secret meetings here. Somebody here could have an underlying mental illness. I mean, I didn't want to say it from the start of this reading, because I don't want people to accuse me of, like, hating, but I couldn't make sense of this. Because I don't want to, like, this is extremes. A crime of passion. Somebody who ran wild with their emotions. And there's a perpetrator. Somebody here who carried out harmful, an illegal, or moral act. Somebody could have even been trying to claim that you had a mental illness. That could be maybe the prison that they were building for you. To have people look down on you, or to say that they were a victim of your mental illness, which you didn't even have. That could have been part of the smear campaign. And that's how they were able to get sympathy from other people. This gold digger. Be like, yeah, I'm busy taking care of this person, even though they treat me like blah, 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 blah. But it's because they have this and this and this. When in all actuality, they were just projecting about themselves. Maybe this is somebody here who has a mental illness and cannot take care of themselves. But they don't want other people to know that. So they projected their story onto you, to other people. Somebody here is definitely stalking your socials. They are definitely stalking your socials. They lack accountability. They're unresponsible. People having secret meetings about you, a gathering where the discussions and decisions are meant to be kept confidential. Secret meetings. See all the work and effort it took to try and just take you out, collective? to do all this to you, and you're just one person. That's how intimidated and insecure you made this fool. Somebody was trying to get you to make an agreement out of fear, trying to get you into a shadow contract. Somebody here could have even wanted you to be a sugar baby. Or they wanted to be a sugar baby. I don't even know what that means fully. Like, does the sugar baby give the money? I'm thinking so, because a sugar daddy is the one who gives the money. Somebody here could be wanting to get a compromise now. They want a plea deal now that their mugshot has been taken. This is somebody here who lacks discipline, no moderation. And they're super excessive. Maybe this person wanted you. Maybe this person's older than you. And they wanted you to be their sugar baby. But I don't feel like this person did anything for you. Especially with that 10 of Wands. Like, you were the one doing everything. You were the one carrying all the weight and the responsibilities. And maybe you were being kind because you knew this person had a mental health illness. But something here became unexcusable. And somebody did something. An intimidation campaign against you to make you fall into fear. So you, I don't know, bend at their will. I don't know. This is strange, but... Body cam. Something here was caught on body cam. Or something here about a GoPro. Alrighty, we're gonna close this off with an oracle. Universe. Any final messages here for the collective? Excuse me. We have Spiritual Quest, number 40. You are called to realize your full potential and to choose to become a force for good in the world. Whether or not you are aware of it, you are embarking on a great spiritual quest. Your soul is leading you to a myriad of discoveries about who you truly are and what you came here to achieve this lifetime. Each of us has a unique journey that is tailored especially for us and designed for us to reach our highest potential. During this quest, you will gain significant insight into your purpose here on Earth. For many, this journey will have preceded a period of upheaval, confusion, and conflict, which has birthed a desire for greater clarity and concrete answers about the meaning and purpose of your life. From the spiritual journey you are undertaking, you will gain wisdom, enlightenment, and an enhanced sense of your personal power. As you travel on this path, make a point to commit to the quest and not be tempted by distractions that may cause you to veer off track. Ganesha urges you to focus your energy less on having and more on simply being. Your spiritual growth can be enhanced by the regular practice of meditation and self-reflection at this time. And that is what I have for y'all, collective. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.